Well, hello everybody and welcome to this new Fantasy League format that me and Fox are going to be showcasing for you today. Foxworth is alongside me to commentate this one. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all good. I'm excited to see, to try and get this format underway. So, a little explanation about what this is then. So, this will be a Fantasy League format that you guys will be able to enter. You will enter a team of 2 drivers. You'll be able to pick the liveries that they run from Trading Paints in iRacing. You'll be able to name your drivers and your team. And then that grid will do battle season long using the iRacing AI. And then me and Fox will be along to commentate. So it's a bit of a novel format. I've not really seen it done before. And we've tweaked the AI to provide the most exciting racing we can. So, and they're turned out pretty unpredictable in my testing so far. So the idea of this is that, say, you guys will formulate the grid. There will be an undisclosed, for the moment, prize for the team's champion and the driver's champion when we do the season proper. And then the idea of the format is for you guys to hopefully watch along, enjoy the races, and it's sort of a bit of a lottery with the way the AI are. They're all completely equal with each other, so any race could turn out in any way, and we'll see some pretty crazy racing. But for the moment, these are teams that you and me have made, Fox, to make examples. So do you want to run us through some of your teams?
Oh yeah, sure. It's been a few weeks. We'll see if I remember all my teams, but I guess we'll just go down the list of kind of where they're placed. So the first team that I made was Lando Norris and Max Verstappen there. That's Babyface Racing, obviously. They're both very young drivers in Formula One. I don't know if you've changed all their ages to be exactly the same at this point.
Yes, so the original testing of this was allowing you guys to decide the AI ratings, but the racing was kind of boring. And, you know, if this is going to be a spectator sport with no one actually taking part in driving, we want it to be as exciting as possible. So I've sort of regressed from that and set all the AI and their ages to the same, an undisclosed special blend of AI that as we'll see when we get into the race, provides some pretty spectacular racing. So yeah, Babyface Racing's your first guys then in the Toro Rosso cars.
And then next up is the Andretti Legacy. Of course, Mario and Michael, father-son team. Mario is, of course, a Formula One, NASCAR, IndyCar, pretty much every single form of racing legend. And then Michael is his son, who didn't have quite as much of a successful racing career, but he found his feet pretty early on with ownership. And actually, as of today, apparently they have finalized purchasing the Sauber F1 team. As of this recording, but I don't know if that is just hearsay or a rumor, but I hear that they have finalized that deal, so 2 American teams in F1 starting next season. So
yeah, that's going to be great, isn't it?
Indeed.
Yeah, good to see the name back in F1, and hopefully, you know, they've got a team with long history there. So, and you've chosen the Lotus liveries. I managed to find Mario's actual, or a recreation of his actual Lotus livery as well.
Indeed,
his
yeah.
car.
So yeah, it looks fantastic on there. And then up next, Never Retiring with Tom Brady and Fernando Alonso, 2 legends of their respective sports. So obviously Tom Brady is a American football legend, quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now, and he's like 43 or something, or 45. And he is still playing at the top of his game. And of course, Fernando Alonso is another, fantastic 40-plus-year-old that is in his sport and still putting in fantastic results.
They seem to be doing the old Monza strat as well. The 2 Alfa Romeo liveried cars there for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Looking to get a tow.
Seems to be working for Alonso here. We'll see if they'll do the old switcheroo and let Tom Brady get a tow for his lap. Whichever.
You got 2 more. You got the Gentleman Racers and Never Trust Again.
Yes, Gentleman Racers. So, obviously, 2 sim racers that I don't know if I've ever raced against them, but you and a lot of people from the SSX community obviously race with Pulu and Mayan Fullcat, and so they're two, very clean and very kind of staples of the series that they're in, racers. So I figured might as well put them into a team here and see how they do. And then we got Never Trust Again, which is Zach Brown and Karen Horner, and that is an inside joke from Hardy's charity stream at this point a month or two ago. So we won't get into that because we never trust them again, of course.
No, I don't begin to pretend I understand, but they're there. As long as someone gets it, then you're okay. Running through my teams quickly then, we've got 3 minutes left of qualifying. We've got the Rally Legends team. Couple of, as it says on the tin, Rally Legends getting to live again. Unfortunately, neither of them with us, taken before their time, but epic rally drivers in their day. Colin McRae and Richard Burns. They're in the Toyota livery. I tried to find Subaru livery because they both drove Subarus, but I couldn't find them for the F3 car.
So we drove like the same cars. Me and I own a Subaru. Anyways, continue.
Yes, you are essentially Colin McRae and Richard Burns.
Okay,
that's how that works. Yeah, absolutely. And then next on my list is quarter mile racing. It's obviously the Fast and Furious joke, and we've got Vin Diesel in the car. Originally, when I designed this team, Vin Diesel was designed to be the most aggressive driver on the grid, to go with the Fast and Furious method. As it turns out, all the drivers with this new AI format are going to be the most aggressive drivers on the grid. So we've got Vin Diesel, and then because I was choosing the Benetton livery, I just thought it worked quite nicely with Jenson Button. Similar livery to the one he started in the Renault, just after Renault took over Benetton. So he's in the other car there. And then we've got the YouTube All-Stars, just because, I don't know, I think I ran out of ideas. So we got PewDiePie and Mr. Beast in the Ferraris. And then we have nobody else. I think that is everybody on the grid then.
Papa Stroll.
Oh, Papa Stroll Racing, that's the one. So how could we not? So Lawrence Stroll and Lance Stroll. Lawrence Stroll thought if he's going to buy a team such as Aston Martin, he may as well race as well as his son. So very unrealistically, he's going to be almost as quick here. But yeah, so a little bit of a mean team there with 2 Aston Martin liveries. So I think there's one recreation of the current one and then sort of reimagining of what they could have done if they added a little bit of yellow to it, like I think they were originally planning. So that rounds off the grid, and I think qualifying is coming to an end. We've got a minute left. So just go over the format of this. Is going to be a little mini championship, so there'll be 3 videos, 3 races, so that you guys can see how the racing is. Hopefully it's enjoyable, and how unpredictable it is, more importantly. And we'll see how the championship turns out at the end of it. After this 3 race series, there will be a sign-up that goes out. I'm sure you'll see that in most of the Discords if you're a member of, or we will add it to the description of these videos as well, to give you guys the chance to sign up for Season 1. There will be a 2-team limit for each individual that signs up can sign up 2 teams. And there will be a 40-car limit, so 20 teams. So we'll be looking for 10 of you to sign up for the first season, and there will be a prize associated with that will be announced at the same time as the sign-up. So Colin McRae up the top at the moment, with Polecat, Burns and Pulu. So Rally Legends and Gentleman Racers doing pretty well at the moment.
And I assume if there's like 20 people interested, we'll limit it down to 1 team per person.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if we get 20 sign-ups, then great. We'll try and adjust and change it to 1. I just want to try and get a full grid of 40 cars for the first season. So, yeah, we'll open the sign-ups to see who's interested. And then, yeah, if we get 20 sign-ups, then even better. Yeah, we'll have 20 teams with 20 people. But so this is just a showcase for you how the races will go, how the AI works, and what you'll be signing up for. So they're 3 shortish races. There'll be about 15 laps each, with a single pit stop. And yeah, we'll see how it's going to go. So the
You
checkered
get
flag.
the fuel tank. You get the fuel tank worked out this time.
I've done testing, don't worry. Yeah. It's all tested and good to go. So we will have one stop in this race, apart from those that might have incident, which might have more.
And for the actual series, are we going to be doing longer races, or are we going to keep it pretty short?
I think make them a bit longer. The idea is for them to be go out on Sundays weekly. So yeah, I think longer races with multiple pit stops would be quite interesting. Right, that is the end of qualifying then. Right, do you want to run us through the grid, Fox?
Definitely. So on pole here, we got rally legend Colin McRae. He actually did do extremely well in our testing last time out, so I'll see if that continues. And following up on the front row is Mind Polecat, a very quick driver in SSX. And then we got our first YouTube All-Star with PewDiePie. So there's going to be a lot of fans out there hoping to see their Swede bring home some silverware. There we go. That's the word. And then followed up with Lance Stroll, Papa Stroll Racing. Moving down the list, we got Karen Horner. Not going to talk about her. And then we got Mario Andretti in 6th position here. And then teammate to Karen Horner is Zach Brown, followed by Richard Burns, another rally legend who they handedly won the team's championship last time out in our testing. So we'll see if, again, they can score some double points finishes here. And then we move down to Pulu, yet another fantastic sim racer. And then we got Max Verstappen, obviously a championship contender in Formula One right now. And let's see if he's a championship contender in F3. Is F3?
It is F3. Yeah, absolutely.
Tom Brady in 11th. Obviously in Formula One, that is a pole position for the alternate strategy. Moving down the list, we got Jenson Button, your favorite driver. Let's see if he can follow up his championship season here. We got Mr. Beast, another YouTube All-Star, another surprise driver from our testing. So we'll see if he can keep that up. Then we got Lauren Stroll, followed by Michael Andretti, Fernando Alonso, Lando Norris, which is very much unlike his qualifying performance in real life. And in last place is Vin Diesel. It's very shocking to see such a quick driver at the back of the grid.
Well, if we know anything about Vin Diesel, he'll send it on that one, so expect fireworks.
It's all about family.
It's all about family, exactly. Yeah, so really interesting grid. I wouldn't expect it to finish like that from the testing I've done. The testing you've seen before, Fox, I wouldn't worry about using that as reference because, this new special cooked AI that I've whipped up is... watch it be a boring race now. I've said all this and amped it up, but it's generally been...
I don't know if I believe you. Colin McRae's on pole again.
Well,
I'm expecting domination.
Well, we'll wait and see, won't we? So let's get ready to go underway. It'll be 15 laps here with a single pit stop. So let's see how the guys get off the grid and see if they can make their way through turn 1 and 2. Here we go. Getting ready for green then. Can Colin McRae lead us away from Polecat and PewDiePie? Can he hold it into turn 1? It's lights out and away we go on race 1 in this fantasy league then. Good start from Colin McRae. And looks fairly even throughout the top 3. Looks like some moves being made in the back and 3 or 4 wide as they come through turn 1. Oh, there's a car.
Holy crap!
Who was that? Someone has...
My goodness.
Oh, we've got more action in the background there. That's Fernando Alonso caught up in there. We've got Mr. Beast without front wing, Mario Andretti, Tom Brady, but I think it was Jenson Button.
Jenson Button is dead.
Well, I think we're going to have a quick look at what's
Holy
happened
crap.
there. So he got a generally good start. Nothing going on at the moment, but I presume he's just going to miss his braking point. Oh, he's gone straight into the Alfa Romeo there. And that's the end of his race for now then.
Oh my goodness.
And then we've got more going on in the background. We will get back to the race in a minute.
Mario Andretti.
But, yeah, we should get a good view here from Mr. Beast, who's starting fairly towards... There goes Jenson Button. And then it's Mario Andretti that lost it. And that caused the rest of them to then try and find their way through. But, right, let's get back on board with it and see how it's going. We've missed a bit of the early stuff here, but... So Colin McRae's kept his lead from Polecat. And PewDiePie is in third. Lance Stroll fourth. Karen Horner fifth.
Train.
Yeah, the slipstream very powerful here, and these guys are so closely matched that you will get these trains developing. As we've got Lance Stroll trying to make a move.
Karen Horner's following him through.
He's made it stick around the outside, but Karen Horner's not giving that up easily, but you won't find your way around the outside there, and yeah, PewDiePie holds on to that third place for now then. Fourth place. So much going on already. Let's see how the rest of them are. So we got them going 3 wide in the background almost. This is Zach Brown, Richard Burns and Pulu. Pulu trying to make his way up into 8th place.
I want to point out the irony of Tom Brady retiring from this race on the never retiring team.
Well, yeah, you've set him up for failure there, really, haven't you? Same with Fernando Alonso. Well, they will be back. So the way it works with well, similar to if you guys were racing in iRacing, those cars will get taken back to the pits. They will be able to repair and go out again, but they obviously will be several laps down. So we will see Tom Brady and Jenson Button again, but not for a while, and they certainly won't be featuring in this race as this battle continues between PewDiePie and Lance Stroll. PewDiePie has made that move down. Podium. Yeah, there's a long way to go, yeah, as well. And the battle up front is in tow. So Colin McRae has led them away, but Polecat has kept himself in the slipstream and will be an interested party for the next few laps, as we look like we might go 3 wide again here.
Oh, Karen Horner's looking to go in between them. Lance Stroll looks like he comes through, and Karen Horner's sticking around the outside. Backs out, goes down the inside. Ooh, gets pushed onto the grass there.
Yeah, PewDiePie didn't want to give that up. Lance Stroll does make it back up into P3, but PewDiePie does hold on to P4. He was going to look like he was going to lose 2 places in a couple of corners there, but it's just about held on. We've got an almighty train of cars now. So I wouldn't be surprised if you guys aren't quite sure of the order after it. I'm not, after that start that we had. So it's Colin McRae leading his way from Polecat. Those guys have made a nice gap now to this podium battle, which is Lance Stroll, PewDiePie and Karen Horner. Then we've got Zach Brown coming under pressure from Pulu. Pulu trying to go round the outside. If he can hold it, he'll have the inside for the next corner. And does do, but I don't think he'll have the run, because once again the switchbacks in Brazil mean that Zach Brown has the corner and will have that position. But Richard Burns, very off. Yeah. He saw the door open and thought he'd just stick it there, but didn't quite work. So it is status quo, but
Vin Diesel up 9 places.
He has. So he's managed to pick his way through all of that chaos at turn 1, which of course was Tom Brady and Jenson Button, who are both a lap down. Let's see if they're back out into this race. No, they're both still in the pits then, as we've got another battle into turn 1 between Andretti and I think that's Lando Norris.
Vin Diesel and Lando Norris.
And there is Andretti on the inside. Takes a bit too much curb and nearly loses it, but he should have the inside on Vin Diesel down here. But Vin Diesel is behind Lando Norris, so should get the tow here. But will he have the inside line? No, Andretti goes for it. And he will have the inside for the next corner as well. Vin Diesel holding on in true Fast and Furious style, though.
It's all about the family. He's doing it for the family.
He is. He's not going to give in. He just needs a little bit of nitrous there to get it down the inside. But I mean, this is wheel-to-wheel racing, corner after corner. But finally,
Pulu and Fernando Alonso are going, or no, Zach Brown are going at it.
They are, yeah. Pulu up 2, Zach Brown up 1. They're losing touch a little bit with those guys ahead while they're squabbling, but every position is going to count here. So we have points from 1st down to 18th, so that every position counts for both the drivers and the Constructors' Championship. So all of these battles that will be raging to the flag are going to make an impact into the championship standings at the end of round 1. So Lando Norris trying to set up a move on Richard Burns, I think that is, in the Rally Legends team. And he will take that to the outside, which will give him the inside for the next corner, but much better on the brakes from Richard Burns. Almost contacts. And Lando
Seems
Norris
like
has to back out.
Every time they're pushing them onto the grass there. So I wonder if they're going to wise up and go for the outside line there.
Well, yeah, they're all essentially identical drivers. So I think they'll all know what each other are thinking. Apart from the identities that we're obviously setting for them. I mean, to make that clear. But yeah, they're all going for the moves. No one's backing out and giving a quarter as PewDiePie goes very early on the defensive there. We've got a move trying to be made in the background. Pewdie trying to make a move around the outside of Karen Horner. A bit of a train developing between Karen Horner here.
Indeed. Well, Zach Brown, Karen Horner is 1.4 seconds up the road here. It looks like they're kind
of...
Yeah, they're definitely closing in to PewDiePie and Karen Horner here, even though they're battling with each other.
So well, they were squabbling themselves, weren't they? So that will help. Polecat getting closer as well up front. 7 tenths per second now. He's keeping it in that slipstream. No DRS on these F3 cars. I will point that out that if we do have the Mercedes F1 cars coming to iRacing and they launch with AI, that will be the preferred cars of choice for this series. But for the moment, we have these brilliant F3s. I think we have Tom Brady back out then. The mechanic's done a good job there. Jensen Button, unsurprising. No, yeah. Jensen Button, unsurprisingly, after his multiple backflips, is still in the pits. As Mario Andretti...
I wouldn't be shocked if he's in the medical center right now.
Mario Andretti's hurt his front wing again. Because that doesn't look straight to me.
I don't think he pitted.
Okay.
I think he's hanging it out there.
Yeah, he's only 23 seconds off these guys. He's just hanging out to try and get those points ahead of Brady and Button, I would imagine, as PewDiePie once again goes on the defensive from Karen Horner. Got to be careful here, guys, because this is going to put you straight back into the path of that group behind, although they're battling just as hard by the look of it.
Definitely, yeah. Is that the whole field? Does that go down to Lawrence Stroll?
Pretty much. So we've got Zach Brown, Pulu, Richard Burns, Lando Norris, Vin Diesel, Andretti, Verstappen, Alonso, Mr. Beast, Lawrence Stroll, and then obviously Mario with that wing. So yeah, that's
the whole field.
Pretty much the whole of them groups up. The only ones that manage to make a break are these front two, as Polecat gets closer and closer.
And Lance Stroll has a little bit of a gap on both sides.
Oh yeah, he's nicely isolated in third place there, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, it's the slipstream, isn't it?
We'll see how the pit crews do as well.
Yep. Yeah, we got potential for mistakes there. I think they'll all be pitting either one lap or another. So we'll have probably two groups that pit, and then they're all obviously pitting alongside each other.
There.
Yeah, very early.
It worked out. Looks like Pulu has the better run.
Yeah, Pulu looking to make a move. No, Richard Burns, isn't that behind on Pulu? Yeah, they are going very defensive, aren't they?
Seems to be working out.
Lando Norris and Vin Diesel, two people I'd never thought I'd see on a racetrack. Going wheel to wheel.
Yeah, Lando Norris is terrible. Well, why would he ever be on a racetrack?
Okay, two people on a racetrack together. But both of them are up 8 places, so I think they'll be fairly happy to finish where they are at the moment, considering the qualifying.
Definitely, yeah. They're far enough back to miss the carnage into turn 1. Still hoping, got our thoughts and prayers out for Jensen Button and his family, making sure, hopefully he's been cleared by the medical center.
Yeah, his car's disappeared. So I'm just going to have a quick look to see what's happened with him. Either it had too much damage or... Oh, no, he's... So they managed to get that car repaired.
It appears...
Finally, 6 laps later, he's like, right, good, finally I can go and get some racing, get some testing going. He loses it out of the pit lane.
And I think he probably got disqualified.
Has he stalled it? No, he's trying to reverse now.
I think, yeah.
He's found reverse. Now that's a barrier, Jensen. Unlucky.
I think he still has a concussion.
I'm
I don't
surprised the
think he was
doctors
playing.
cleared him for that one, to be honest. And yeah, I guess that's going to be the end of his day then.
My
Right,
goodness.
Pulu and Zach Brown then continue
We're
their
all
battle.
about safety in this league. We are constantly looking at ways to keep driver safety. We're firing our doctors that cleared him to race.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
returning to this battle.
just such a racer at heart. He wants to get back out there and get some points, but there's not going to be any points after that disaster. Right, we should start seeing... and right on cue then. We have McRae into the pits, Polecat into the pits.
Top 3, top 4, top 5, 6, 7, 8.
Will anybody stay
Anyone
out?
gonna risk it?
Oh,
Oh,
someone
that's
did.
Mr. Beast.
Alternate strategy from the Ferrari crew then. He was stuck in that group. And
Must have saved enough for an extra lap of fuel here.
he did. And
Well,
Colin
that's-
McRae taking a cone with him there. Polecat, that is much closer though than he was when he came into the pit, so good stop by them.
Indeed.
And, we'll see if he has a run down. PewDiePie gets back out behind Lance Stroll. Karen Horner is quite a way ahead of Pulu, so that's worked out well for him. Lando
Where's
Norris.
Zach Brown?
Zach Brown must have
Zach
had
Brown lost a lot.
a really bad stop there then. He's going to be under pressure straight out of the pits from Vin Diesel. As Polecat, this is the battle for the lead of the race then, essentially. Great job by the Renault crew. Sorry, Gentleman Racers crew. And he's now got his best chance, the opportunity to see a lead change. He goes round the outside. He won't hold it round there, but he will have the inside here. But the way this track works, McRae will then have the inside for the following corner, so it does look to have defended at the moment. Polecat just needs to be patient and wait for the slipstream down the straight. Interested to see how the alternate strategy goes for Mr. Beast. I presume he's going to be in on this lap. We've got Zach Brown and Vin Diesel having a right old ding-dong as well. Looks like he's managed to hold that position after his bad pit stop, Zach Brown. So Mr. Beast is in. And Polecat should have the best opportunity of the race to take the lead here then. Will he go inside? Will he go outside? Looking for the outside line then, which will give him the inside for the next corner. But I feel like we've seen this move before, Fox, in this race.
Backs out of it into turn 1, so he's not even going to put himself in danger there.
No, so Mr. Beast, he was a long way back, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he was like in 12th or 13th.
Well, there's his teammate in 4th at the moment. So it looks like he's going to come back out in 5th place. If he can hold it. Yeah, Karen Horner making the way down the inside there. And doesn't feel like a dive, but that's worked out really well then. So the only one that managed to obviously save a bit more fuel and go that extra lap, and it's worked out well for him.
And you said you didn't change the AI, but Mr. Beast was always the one that did the crazy strategies that worked out. So apparently it's still ingrained in their AI.
Well, that is the meaning of AI, isn't it? They're self-learning, so he's obviously retained that information he learnt in the previous races.
Clearly. Yeah, it looks like Polecat here, he's going to have to make a move. The tires are coming in to working range here, so he's going to have to make his move as quick as possible here. Obviously, there's 6 laps left, or I guess 5 laps crossing the line, so there's a few more laps left, but he's got to get a move on.
Well, crucially, now these guys are fighting, Lance Stroll is getting pretty interested back there as well. So they need to be careful, these guys, because they're not only battling for first and second. The longer they fight, they're also potentially meaning that third place is going to catch them as well. As I saw something happening. Oh, there we go. It's Mr. Beast and Pulu going wheel to wheel then.
So 1 lap fresher tires. I guess they just haven't turned on yet for him.
No, but I mean, he's still in a lofty 6th place considering where he started. He's up 7 places in this race then.
Indeed, we got some biggest movers. Vin Diesel had a bad stop, it looks like. Well, he was up 8 positions, and now he's only up 6, so he lost 2 positions in the pits.
Oh, look who's out again. He's been cleared for racing again.
we gotta talk to the doctor.
No. I'm pretty sure his front wing's damaged again, so I think something's happened there. As we go back to this battle, then Pulu finally making his way through. And Mr. Beast's going to
Richard Burns is looking for a way around.
Yeah, absolutely. Little lock up there ahead from Pulu, but Richard Burns hangs it round the outside. I'll give him the inside here. And the inside again, so he should make that stick. And now Lando Norris getting interested. It's disastrous for Mr. Beast. After his pit crew have done all that good work, he just can't seem to switch these tyres on.
Indeed, yeah.
And we've got another big old train from 11th down to 15th then as well.
Go back up to the top. It looks like Lance Stroll has closed the gap.
He has, so these two have been fighting. Gives McRae a little breather, and now Polecat is under threat from Lance Stroll. Could Lance Stroll win this race, considering he was 4 or 5 seconds behind at one stage?
Definitely has found a new gear. Looks like Polecat's going defensive here. Round the outside, Lance Stroll is holding there. Still side by side. Looks like Polecat lives to survive another corner.
Well, he'll hold the inside here. Double right-hander as well. He'll have the inside for the next two. But you have to carry a lot of speed into that corner, and he couldn't quite do that. But Polecat giving him space, to be fair. They're still side by side.
He is a gentleman racer, of course.
He is, but he beats him under brakes there. But advantage will go back the other way to Stroll. Both of them lock up into that corner. Polecat, they're still side by side. I don't think I've ever seen two cars side by side for quite this long. Stroll pretty much off the track there. And Polecat holds on, but all of that has allowed Colin McRae to extend that gap to 1.7 seconds now. And these guys have got to be careful because now PewDiePie's catching them.
Indeed. I don't know what Lance Stroll's doing. He needs to get back in that slipstream. I guess never mind. He has the speed.
He does,
Round the outside.
Can he hold it? Polecat has the inside.
He's going to have to make it. Oh!
They're still side by side. He needs to pull in and get the slipstream, you're right. Although he's still alongside, so he doesn't want to back out. Oh, he does back out a little bit.
Now he's going for the inside. Is he going to be late enough on the brakes?
Oh, he thought about it, but thought better of it. All the while, PewDiePie is catching them as well. And we got a little train behind Richard Burns here. As Lando Norris tries to make a move down the inside, doesn't make it stick. Then we got Mr. Beast, who seems to have got his tyres up to temperature now, but he's down to 9th after all that trouble. Michael Andretti trying to make a move further into the top 10. And then we got this massive train behind Zach Brown. So Zach Brown, Vin Diesel, who had dropped a lot of positions with the bad stop, but he's still up 6 from where he started. He tries to make a move around the outside. Zach Brown doesn't quite make it work. And Andretti has almost made it side by side again. This is the kind of racing that you love to see. Anybody doubting that this was AI knows it is now, because there's no way that people would be driving side by side like that in real life. But they're finding a way.
Wait, this is AI? I thought we got Pulu or PewDiePie and Mr. Beast and the Andrettis.
Yeah, our budget's seriously bigger than we've let on. If that was the case.
Yeah, we're gonna need a $10 million entry fee from everyone.
Just to cover the cost, yeah. We'll just cover the doctor's bill for Jensen Button out there today.
You got free healthcare, right?
Yeah, we do. We are in Brazil though, so he's got to fly away to go and get it.
Okay, that's fair.
Tom Brady, a couple of laps down, has not had much trouble since that first lap incident. And Mario Andretti does look like he changed the wing in that stop then, but he's 25 seconds behind, so a little bit out of it there. And this battle continues between Mr. Beast and Andretti then. Michael Andretti, that is, for 9th and 10th. It's allowing a bit of respite ahead of them for Norris and Burns.
Indeed, and looks like the closest... Oh, wow! Brave on the brakes there. But now Mr. Beast has the inside line yet again. A little bit of a lockup. Andretti's going to have the inside line. Looks like he's going to make it stick.
Yep, he's got to be careful here now. Zach Brown, this seems to be the trend of the race, that as soon as you start fighting, you put yourself under pressure from behind. And that train that was being caused by Zach Brown has now caught up to these two, and all of these drivers will be sniffing a top 10 finish here. So Mr. Beast going to the outside to defend. Probably not the best move. Andretti should hold this around the insides. Both of them lock up again. And yeah, as we've seen before, Mr. Beast having to back out there. But Zach Brown now getting interested on the inside, and Vin Diesel also. They could go 3 wide down into turn 4.
Looks like that's what they're almost 4 wide.
Pushing each other through.
Oh my goodness.
It's got to be an accident at some point with these guys.
This is not Las Vegas. You can't pack race in these cars on this track.
I mean, Mr. Beast is now back in 12th as Verstappen also makes his way through. It's a disastrous lap there for Mr. Beast as we got to move up top. We've got Lance Stroll, Polecat, and is that's Tom Brady being lapped, isn't it?
Yes.
But
yeah.
that has Lance Stroll's got past PewDiePie.
Polecat has actually gotten away from Lance Stroll here, and I don't know what happened there. Maybe Tom Brady is, helping out a sim racer, a legend as well. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. It's definitely the lap traffic that caused that incident, though. And that's the end of the race. Didn't even realise. It's gone so quickly. Colin McRae wins then from Polecat, Stroll, PewDiePie. Karen Horner comes across in 5th. Pulu 6th. Richard Burns 7th. Norris 8th. Andretti will just hold on for 9th ahead of Zach Brown. Verstappen finishes in 11th. Mr. Beast in 12th. After that great pit stop, actually finishes pretty much where he started. Vin Diesel is up 5, but still pretty disappointing considering that poor pit stop in 13th. Alonso is 14th. Stroll in 15th. Lawrence, that is. Mario Andretti in 16th. Comes across the line. Decent effort considering the problems on lap 1. Tom Brady has already come across in 17th, 2 laps down, and Jenson Button ahead against all recommendations from the doctors. Does take that car across the line and means he will score the final points paying position in 18th.
Indeed.
Well, that was a bit scrappy because I didn't really know where to look or commentate on or where the battles were going on, but wow, what a race.
I don't think you changed Colin McRae's AI. He's still dominating.
Well,
but it looked like it's going to be a close Constructors' Championship between Rally Legends and Gentleman Racers.
Well, that's 1 of 3 races gone, so yeah, I mean, it could all turn around from what I've seen in the previous test races as we go to the next track, which will be Long Beach. If you thought lap 1 was crazy round here, wait till you see 18 F3 cars with super aggressive AI go through the little roundabout section at Long Beach.
I'm looking forward to it.
But yeah, you're right. Rally Legends, pretty good finish there. Gentleman Racers as well. Decent points for Lance Stroll and Karen Horner.
And what is the points system?
It is on screen now. So let's take a look at the standings then at the end of round 1 of 3 in the championship. Then obviously the drivers as they finish. So Colin McRae leading the way from Polecat and Stroll. But with the teams championship, it is the Rally Legends that are out front. You're right, it is between Rally Legends and Gentleman Racers. Only 4 points between them. And then a 3-way tie for 3rd place with Never Trust Again, Papa Stroll Racing and the YouTube's All-Stars. Babyface Racing not too far behind. Andretti lagging on 39. And then Never Retiring Quarter Mile. With their drivers lineup, you would expect them to be much higher, but are tied for bottom place with 31. What's your thoughts on the championship after round 1?
Yeah, it looks like a very tight battle for 1st and a tight battle for 3rd as well. We'll see if any of the teams that are lagging behind can make up some places in this race today at Long Beach. And yeah, it'll be very interesting.
Yep, absolutely. So you can see the points on the right-hand side as well. So points from 1st through to 18th. We might have a different point system for the actual season, depending on how many we get to sign up. But we will have points for all of the positions, as you popped me a Discord notification there. Thank you.
We have a Jackbox stream in like 30 minutes, so I'm gonna...
We do, so just preparing for that. So, yeah, every position counts, and Jenson Button, because he finished, I don't know if we're going to have some kind of rule come the actual season as to whether you need to complete a certain amount of laps to get to qualify for points, but it seems a bit... I'm still getting notifications there. But yeah, it seems a bit cheesy that he's still scoring 13 points, considering he hasn't finished, but we'll maybe look at that for the season. So that's how we stand then, going into round 2 at Long Beach.
Yes, I can see it.
Yes, there you go. There is the point system.
Interesting. I like it.
I've definitely decided it each then. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's what this format is. The difference when the actual season goes live, well, these will be your guys' teams, your drivers, your liveries, competing for cash money prize. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave your comments on how you found it and any suggestions for the series. And join us for the next 2 races of this test season ahead of season 1. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining me, Fox.
Yeah, I had a fantastic time. Thanks for having me along.
I think that was an improvement on the test races you saw before.
Well, Colin McRae is still dominating, so I'm not sure. I think that you've probably just pumped him up to the max of everything, just because you're a fanboy. But yeah, overall, definitely, there's a lot more wrecks. That lap 1 was intense. Jenson Button definitely has a concussion. Let's hope he can recover for the next race.
Just as a parting gift then, let's quickly take a look back at what happened into that turn 1. So it's Tom Brady ahead, isn't it, that he goes over?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a devastating crash. It's a miracle he got back out, really.
I don't know. He clearly had a concussion.
And then there was I think it was Max Verstappen that avoided all the chaos ahead of him. Oh, no, there was a little bit of contact. So he was doing that with some damage there. He's lucky that the front left wasn't broken. And then it was Mario Andretti, wasn't it? The other one that was caught up in that. Did he spin all his own, or is there contact? So that's...
Might be a contact with Karen Horner.
It's Karen Horner, isn't it? Yeah. So looking to defend the inside. Karen Horner tries to stick it around the outside and just cuts him when he shouldn't have. She shouldn't have, should I say. Yeah. And as they barge their way through. And there's that front wing that he managed to make his way all the way through that first stint with that damage.
Indeed. Well, we'll see if they can make a recovery in race 2.
Absolutely.
And again, thoughts and prayers out to Jenson Button.
Yep. Hopefully he'll be fit and ready to go for the next one. Right. Thank you very much, guys, and we'll see you soon.